was insane. Literally just pulled up and I'm already hearing goats pretty close by. Gonna see if they're in the forest or hanging out just outside it. Exciting. Wow, I can't even begin to describe how exciting that was. To hop out of the car and immediately be in pursuit of goats, it's just so exciting. Unfortunately, I ran the boundary, so it must have been a little bit past, not too far because it was pretty clear, but it's still just so exciting. And it's so exciting just to be back out here. I'm all kitted up after Christmas. Big shout out to Michael Granger, who talked me into getting the 75 litre pack, which now that I've packed it up, I'm definitely grateful I went for the bigger size. Still can't believe I used to do this with a 28 litre pack. So I've lucked out with possibly the worst prevailing wind direction that you could have with this forest. But to try and make that work to my advantage, I'm kind of riding off the first day. I'm just hiking all the way into the back of the forest through a big saddle, which should give me a good chance to scout that area and set up camp on the other side, where I can hunt back into the wind and towards my vehicle. Hopefully I'll find something nice and close to my car. But I guess if not, it's just going to be a long pack out. Everywhere I look, it's just so much more sign than last time, and it's all so much fresher too. Got a good feeling about this trip. With goat tracks on the ground and the scent of billy in the air, I knew that they couldn't be too far away. Whoa. Gotta get more bullets to finish the job. Oh my God, that was insane. He ran straight at me. I've got more bullets. Let's go see if they need to be put down. One, good, two, three, goodness. My heart is still racing so fast. That was ridiculous. 4. And 5. Thank God the bull died humanely. Wow. That was insane. I never expected that. I was walking like with the wind, and just a few moments ago there was a bit of a gust and it changed back, and I was walking into the wind and I saw the goats up around the corner before they saw me, and I was lucky enough to get in a position to let a shot off. And because the wind was in my face, they all just decided to run towards me. Whew. I guess the esky's full. So this is the only one I'm going to be able to fully butcher. It was the first one I shot when they were sitting still, and I've shot it through the head and out the neck. So all the meat is just perfectly preserved. All the others that I've shot, because they were running at me, I've shot them square on in the chest, and it's ruined most of the meat, unfortunately. So it feels really wasteful, but I guess that's just a lesson for next time. I'll take what I can, but this whole one's coming home with me. Well, that took a hell of a lot longer than all the videos I've watched on YouTube on how to field dress a goat. But you got to start somewhere, and that was my first attempt. So I field dressed completely that one goat, and I took what I could from the others, and I've walked all the way back to the car, put it in the esky, and I'm on my way back to where my backpack and everything is now. But I thought that after seeing how quickly all the ants were climbing on the meat and starting to eat the leftovers of the goats, I might try a little experiment and see if they might help me clean up that skin. Worth a shot. On my way back, I grabbed an extra 5 litres of water. I took about 15 out there, and I'm getting a fair way into it for the first day, so can't hurt to have a little bit extra on hand. I better get going. Would not believe it. I've just gotten back to where I shot them goats, got my pack back on, ready to keep moving, and I can already hear more goats, like not far away. But they're safe for today because we've come back, we've got the goats, Now we're looking for deer. As the afternoon continues, I head off the beaten track only to be met by dense and impassable bush at the saddle I wanted to cross. I cut my losses and head back to set up camp when I notice my GoPro is missing and all the footage from my other camera didn't capture any audio. Learning hunting and videography simultaneously is a great challenge, but one I eagerly pursue. This afternoon cost me valuable hunting time, but the lessons I learnt were invaluable. Here we go, off again for round 2. Round 1 was an excellent success. Hopefully we can make the same out of today. A bit of jerky for breakfast. I'm on my way. I can already hear goats. This is ridiculous. They weren't kidding about No Way Trail. Wasted half my day trying to go past the end of that yesterday. Trying to get across that saddle, but no luck. Wow, this stuff is cool. I wonder what it is. I've never seen anything like it. Some sort of clay stuff, but I don't know. Very odd. What the hell is this stuff? Just everywhere there's a bit of uncovered earth here. It turns to this clay that's tile-like and broken off in patterns. I'm going to find out what this stuff is and I'll put it on the screen. It's insane. Look at it all. Hey Skippy. Bye Skippy. I really thought some of these creeks would have water in them this time, but they don't. Yet somehow there's animals here. Surely they have to be getting their water from somewhere. Like, the only thing I can notice is that all the feed is really green this time where it was all dried out last time. So I don't know whether the water's in the plants and they're just eating their water. I don't know if that's possible. You tell me. So I've just come down through that creek there and up along this edge here. Have a look at this. They're not super fresh, but they're definitely not too old, which means there's definitely deer around. This water's good. I mean, it's still stagnant, but there's nothing growing in it. So I followed this game trail up from that waterhole and several rocks just over there and around it and just up a bit further on that game trail. There's more rocks. So I'm going to hang out down here for the heat of the day, and then as it starts to get to the evening, I'm going to climb up on that bank, the opposite bank. That's the watering hole down there, and along there is the track that I found more rocks leading into it from. Hunting develops a particular kind of patience. Patience in the presence of uncertainty. Waiting for time to pass, leading up to something that you know will take place, is only an element of patience. True patience is sitting silently and waiting for 8 hours for something that is less likely to happen than not happen. Just as a fisherman's biggest fish is waiting at the last cast he never threw, a hunter's biggest buck is walking down the trail he just left. You know, it's getting to the good part of the afternoon when the Aussies come out. It's about 6:15 and they're everywhere. There's no deer yet. So just like that, I'm out of shooting light and it's time to head back. Guess I better get these torches on and speed run it back to camp. I found myself making what may appear as a nasty habit of taking on longer nighttime strolls back to camp than some people would feel comfortable with doing during the day. But for me, the time to come out here to the bush isn't found, it's made. So I owe it to myself and to my wife and kids at home to utilise every single last minute I can out here, to the best of my ability. And if that means hiking 8Ks back to camp in the dark after a promising yet unsuccessful afternoon hunt, then that's what I'll do. Aha, home sweet home. Well, that may have looked like about 15 seconds, but it was actually 2 hours, and it wasn't 8 kilometres, sorry, it was 7. But that big hill at the end makes it feel like 8. Anyway, I better get to bed. Got another big day tomorrow. Good night. Okay, we're up. It's first light. I've got to get out of here pretty early, so I'll pack up camp and start heading straight back to the car. If I run into some goats again, I'll definitely top up the esky a little more, but unfortunately I doubt I'm going to see any deer. But all good. Still had a great success this trip. Okay, I'm all packed up, ready to head off. Let's get there. Just go Oh my goodness. Same thing again. Oh, another couple of billies. Well, how lucky is that? Another mob of goats. And they did the same thing as the last ones. I guess they must just run straight into the wind when they get spooked. So I don't know, is it a common thing? Do goats always run at you after you shoot one? But I'm not one for taking home trophies, so these are gonna stay here, but as proof as to the size of what it is, from the tip of my fingers to about the middle of my shoulder, arm fully stretched out, and I'll measure that when I get home, just so I've got a number. Alrighty, time to get to work. Oh my god, I'm probably less than a K away from my car, and I can hear another mob of goats bleating. This is insane. But the backpack is full. I've got to get out of here. I'll leave them ones be. For access to exclusive content such as extra scenes and information about which state forests I visit, head over to my Patreon. Thank you.